There's a new Magic the Gathering product, everybody, and this time it is centered around the game Clue. That's right. Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum, Miss Peacock, and all those characters have been reimagined as Magic the Gathering characters. We talked all about this product on our last stream. We're going to go over some of the cards that we think are the most interesting, and ultimately, by the end of this video, we give you our thoughts on if we think it's a good buy, if we think that this is worth picking up, FOMOing over, if the hype is worth all of the hype. That sounded way better before I said it. We cut out all the fluff. Enjoy the stream cut. Use chapters below if you want to skip around. And thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Deepest gratitude to our esteemed patrons that allow us to do this channel full time. We love you so much. We love you, 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 love you a million infinity. All right. Big shout out to our channel sponsors, Card Conduit. If you have singles that are piling up, they are a great resource. They have a price check tool. You can find out if what you want to sell is worth selling before you send it to them. Also, TCG Player. That is a robust marketplace that offers a lot of competitive prices. So if you're looking to pick up MTG singles at a good price, definitely check out TCG Player. Dragon Shields for protecting all of your sleeves. Make sure if you're ordering Dragon Shields, use code JAJAM5 to save 5% on your order. And then Moxfield for organizing your decks, because who doesn't like to keep their decks organized? Moxfield is a great spot to go if you are trying to tag cards. If you're like, this is removal, you can literally go in there and tag those cards so that you can find them when you're organizing your deck. Really good software for deck organization. Let's talk about Ravnica Clue Edition. We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
And this is one of our main
we got derailed, but yeah,
topics.
These showcases, not everybody's in love with them. But these look kind of dope because it's that full art thing. So looking at Ravnica Clue Edition, let's see how much this whole thing costs right now. It was in the 80s. It's come down. It's dipping. It looks like the hype is wearing. People are like, this is more worth 65. I bet this gets down to 60.
Okay.
What do we got here?
So when does this go on sale? Is it out? Oh, pre-sale goes out
2/23. So end of next month.
Okay. And that's
always great to release products that tie in with a set a month after it comes out. Whatever. Clue inspired spin. Your players will step into the roles of Ravnica's top detectives. 8 Ravnica Clue Edition boosters. 21 evidence cards featuring characters, weapons, and rooms. 1 of 10 possible foil shock lands. 4 hidden info screens. An evidence notepad. Oh man, anybody specking evidence notepads? Case file envelope. I'm getting 20 of these and putting 19 of them in storage.
Wait, so this is actual Clue, right?
No, it's like a variant. Thing we need. It's a variant.
Oh, okay.
They played it on MTG Live, whatever Blake's show is called, every Tuesday.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and I kind of watched, but I was working, and so I wasn't really completely following what the hell was happening. But it reminded me a lot of Ixalan, Race for Ixalan, Rivals of Explorers of Ixalan. I've got it back there on the shelf. Explorers of Ixalan, if you're not familiar, chat, was just a box product with 4 decks in it. And yeah, look at this, around $60. So the market really likes these priced around $60.
Is that what you remember paying for that? Like around $60? Probably.
I remember paying much less, I feel like, but I don't. I honestly, it's been half a decade.
But it comes with
more.
4 60 card decks. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what this one was 4 60 card decks that are built to kind of free for all against each other, and then there were these game tiles, like hex shaped tiles that went in the middle of the table. They went in the middle of the table. Here we go. This is what the setup looked like.
That's right. This set brought us Shared Animosity, I'm pretty sure. The first big reprint of it.
So it's 4 free-for-all decks. You can see what the theme is there. Vampire, pirate, dinosaur, merfolk. Seen that before. And on your turn, you can pay mana equal to the number on the tile here in the middle.
You get an effect.
And yeah, you flip it over and you get an effect. Some of them were really strong. Some of them were like passives that stayed. Some of them were like boons that were only for that one turn. Do we have any pictures that are
There you
Yeah,
go.
here we go. You create 2 treasure tokens and an opponent of your choice creates a treasure token. At the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token. So these were sites, and there were rules for like, if you got a site, people could come and try and take that site from you, or you could go on quests. Next time you draw a card, instead look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand, rest in the bottom. So it's a board game version of just playing free-for-all Magic with 60 card decks. This reminded me of that when I was kind of, like I said, half watching it. But
okay, this is tough.
right, it didn't have the game ready to go in there. 6
ready to play or something ready to play Magic boosters plus a guaranteed Shockland. So the Shocklands with different art, let's just say those Shocklands will represent probably between $15 to $20 worth of value in this product.
Yeah.
Are these all of the cards that come in that? Do we have a full spoiler?
Yeah, look. So Clue Edition
says it's Jumpstart. I see.
Oh, got it. Okay, so you smash the packs together and go. So
that's what it means by ready to play.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was how they were getting around it not being like ready to play decks in there. Clue Edition's got 284 cards in it, and of those, 51 are not reprints. You've got 6 monocolor. Well, you've got 5 monocolor legends and a Boros legend here with Mustard. I believe that everyone gets, like, every single box of this is gonna have evidence cards.
Okay, let's talk about the lands. I think that's something that people will care about.
Every single box, you're gonna get all of the lands, all of these artifacts, and all of these characters, all of these legends.
Oh, guaranteed?
Guaranteed. That's how I'm interpreting this. 21 evidence cards featuring characters, weapons, and rooms inspired by Clue. When I go here, I go 1 row of 4, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1 is 21.
You don't see anything else that could be interpreted as an evidence card?
No, everything else is just regular MTG cards of them not
MTG
reprint
looking
stuff. Right.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. And so I'm assuming those 21 come with every single box. Then you get one of the possible Shocklands, which is reprint, and I'm assuming type land minus type basic is going to get us there. No. Rarity. Rare. There we go.
Oh, I see. That's right. I remember seeing these.
Oh my god, look at that watery grave. What? That's crazy. That's a crazy looking watery grave. That's a leg.
It is pretty wild.
That is just a leg, ladies and gentlemen of the chat. That is a leg.
So says, I want the guy in the bathtub land.
That is a man's leg.
So you're saying you need them to play the Clue game?
You remember that scene in
Where
Wild
is
Wild
the Clue
West?
game? What is the Clue game?
Remember that scene in Wild Wild West when Will Smith just keeps going, that is a man's head. Hallowed Fountain.
Dude, I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah, they take the scientist's head that got chopped off by that big spinny blade thing.
Oh, that's right.
And they put it through they put light through it to see the last thing that he saw or something. The last image that he saw was burned into his retina. And everybody was like, huh? And they were like, moving on.
They were like, let's just go with it.
Hallowed Fountain with a dude and with a person in a bath. And it looks like a sickle arm here is coming for him. Oh, here comes old sickle arm. In the definitely Ravnica and not New Capenna. Look, there's stained glass and candles. Moving on.
Cool. I would say, realistically, these will be about 15 to $20 a piece. Maybe, I would guess.
I think these are going to be more. I think these are going to be more in the 30 range because now, so let's look at just Blood Crypt, for instance.
Yeah.
Damn. We've gone from these need to be reprinted to pick your poison.
I would say don't reprint them for a while.
Yeah. So looking at these, I like this. Oh, do you like this or do you like this better?
Which one?
Let me put them side by side.
Like, it kind of bums me out that 2 like full art reprints of Blood Crypt came out so close together.
Bro, like within weeks.
Yeah.
Of each other. Which one do you think, chat?
I think I like the one on the left. It's much more Rakdos.
Yeah, the one on the left is much more Rakdos. This is more like an interpretation of a Blood Crypt somewhere else. And this is like, Rakdos Blood Crypt!
Yeah.
Chat, everybody's feeling the left one? The C set symbol turns you off, Salma. You know what's weird? I kind of felt the same way. Isn't that strange?
I also agree.
Isn't that weird?
It's weird. It looks like a MitGo symbol.
It looks like an online thing, exactly. It looks like they were just like, cool set. Here comes the cool set, everybody.
At that point, just put the whole thing Clue. Just CLUE.
But why not just go with like a magnifying glass or a pipe? A pipe is just a line with a curve at the end, and you could have been like,
a hammer.
It's a pipe.
Yeah.
It is so petty and weird, but the C, I hate the C. I hate the C.
I agree with you.
I wasn't going to say anything because I thought chat was going to make fun of me. Solidarity, chat.
I agree. Yeah.
Jake, let's say I'm going to give you a free Blood Crypt. Any of these. Which one do you want?
Foil original Dissension.
Foil original? You were just like, I want a fucking expensive one.
Yeah. I want that one.
It's a cool looking one.
Yeah. The original Dissension foil version, like an unclouded version, would probably be a few $100 if I had to guess.
Yeah. Blood. See if we got any for sale. Foil print. Oh my god.
Yeah, and those are LP.
Near mint with pick.
Yeah, that looks pretty clean.
Yeah, it does.
Those old foils, getting a clean one, man.
I was gonna say it looks like an old foil, but it is clean.
Yeah, it's worth less than a serialized one, but it's like old foil.
Tiny.
Yeah, that's a little nick.
Tiny nick right there.
I would forgive that.
Yeah.
It's fine. As long as it doesn't have a big curve and it's not like a Pringle.
Oof, this is a watermark foil too, so it's even...
They're so nice. Yeah.
Even sexier. So you're getting
all right,
one...
so where are you on the clue?
Yeah, hang on. I gotta look. Let me see this. This is the Infinity. Let's go back. Click on this one. We don't have a price for these yet. Let's see if... What do we have for pre-sale prices?
Oh, there it is.
I was looking for the big dumb C.
No, that's RTR.
No, it must not even be on here yet. I kind of hate that it's Jumpstart because that totally kills the replayability of it to me. If it was just 4 decks or just 2 decks, it's meant to be like a dual deck thing. 4 would make more sense because it's close.
Oh, I
it's
see.
A 4-player game.
Michelangelo said those 21 are the game pieces. You put one character, RPPM, and weapon in an envelope and play a clue game while playing Jumpstart. Because I asked, what is the game that you play? I mean, there's a video unboxing it. Okay.
Guys, it might come down to like these cards down here. 2 mana artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Has mentor. Whenever equipped creature mentors a creature, put a shield counter on that creature. I hate the 3 equip, but that sounds good. Creatures you control gain afterlife 1 until end of turn. So if it dies, you create a 1/1 black spirit creature token with flying. Token decks might want that, but it's an uncommon.
I really love that card. That accompanies a board wipe really well. Not only are you drawing a card, but your entire line
afterlife insurance.
Yeah.
Other insects, sweet. Flying Menace 3/3 for 5. Flying Menace. Other insects you control have Menace whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard. That's really good. You can create a 1/1 and put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the greatest mana value among those cards. Do it only once per turn. That's okay. But it's a cool commander. I mean, if you wanted to play like Insect Tribal or Insect Kindred, whatever it's called now. Boros Strike Captain 2 and 1 whenever it and at least 2 other creatures attack. Exile the top card of your library during any turn you attacked with 3 or more creatures. You have access to it. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. You got to protect it. I mean, 3/3 is tough.
I mean, Commander. For a deck that's just going wide,
yeah,
that seems pretty strong.
Yeah. Enters the battlefield, discard your hand, then investigate 4 times. Enters the battlefield, discard your hand, investigate 4 times. That's a really crazy 4 artifact ETB. If anything's looking for artifacts entering the battlefield, 3 mana getting 4 triggers of that seems pretty insane.
Wait a minute. That alongside Academy Manufactor?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit like that. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, it gets +2/+2. So a Hellbent deck, Madness deck. That's interesting. That's very interesting. ETB too, so flicker it. Conclave Evangelist has Myriad, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of it. So this is just crazy tokens and shenanigans here. Corporeal Projection. Target creature you control gains Myriad until end of turn, and you can overload it for 7 if you can count that high. And you can have each creature you control have Myriad until end of turn. That's a win con. That is actually
wow.
So okay, so y'all, this is the kind of card. This is the kind of card. This is a legit finisher in a lot of shells. Casual. Don't get me wrong, casual. We're talking casual commander. Jake and I don't know what we're talking about with CEDH. We looked at Volt Strider and we're like CEDH, and CEDH was like, "What are you talking about?" We were like, "Never mind."
Bro, like Teamer. This fucking Dragon.
I mean, Kraken Jank, that would be the thing that would hold a card like this back, is people look at it and go, too much to worry with, and skip over it. That's definitely a part of my deck building soul, is that card way too fucking complicated. Not interested. Each player chooses up to 2 creatures they control, then sacrifice. God, the art on this is dope. Each player chooses up to 2 creatures they control and sacks the rest. Then you create a tapped treasure token for each creature your opponents control. So maximum 3 treasure tokens back. Yeah, you get a little 3 mana refund on your 6 mana spell.
I know.
They got to leave 2 creatures? No! Yeah.
I don't like it.
Bad.
I don't like it at all.
Get out of here, my friend. We're not interested. Strand Catcher, 4 mana, flying 3/3. Whenever you attack, surveil X, where X is the number of opponents being attacked. At the beginning. Okay, so that's not bad. Whenever you attack,
no, that's fine.
You don't have to be attacking with this. This is looking for literally anything. So you can just send like 3 1/1 fairies at, you like send 1 at each opponent and surveil 3. That's strong. At the beginning of each end step, if 3 or more cards were put into your graveyard from anywhere other than, oh nice, and a little backdoor draw if you want to do that. I like this. I like this card. This is a good card that people will want. Rogue decks will want this, and fairy decks will want this.
Yeah,
and general creature-based surveil or graveyard res decks, like the new Revenant Recon Precon. Oh, wants this. Ecstatic Electromancer, 3 mana, 2/3 with prowess. When it ETBs or attacks, discard or draw. Good uncommon.
It's fine.
Frenzy Gore Spawn. Yeah, that's for the game itself. That's for, Jump Start Clue Edition, whatever the hell we're playing here. That's not for Commander. This is a picture of, is this your senior picture? Frenzied Gore Spawn, 5 mana, 4/4.
You know that is not my senior picture. This is art on a card that came out this year.
Oh. Horror.
What a silly question.
It's a 4/4 horror for 5.
I like this card, dude. I love the art on the ETB. For each opponent, go target creature that player controls. You know, a card that we don't talk about much anymore is Mimic Vat, but this would be great on a Mimic Vat.
Oh my god. If you're not familiar, when something dies, a non-token dies, you can exile it and imprint it on Mimic. And for 3, you get a 1-turn token of that thing. Boomers like me and Jake, we liked to play cards like this. Back in the day when we first started playing Commander.
I like this though.
Oh, I love this card. I wish it was white and red or something so I could run it in the Nelly deck. That Nelly deck is going to be sweet to upgrade over time because they kind of trickle out goad. Every set has like a goad card nowadays. Trampling 3/3 at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each opponent that was dealt damage this turn. It's not bad. I mean,
fine.
So basically you could send something at each opponent, play this in second main, and you get a 6/6 trampler for 4. But like, I mean, +1/+1 decks, that would be synergy there. So any cards that were like, put extra. Spine Splitter's it's like, cute. I'm still an uncommon.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Herald of Ilarg, the Razeborn. Nice. The Herald of Ilarg. A green, a red,
Like
and
this
2.
is what you start killing when you get close to Ilarg. You're like, oh,
Yeah, we gotta kill
we're
the
starting to
heralds.
kill the heralds.
We're close. The rim is
Ilarg's
near.
around here somewhere.
Everybody,
Yeah.
go ahead and pop your tusk potions. Trampling 3/3 whenever you cast a creature. Put 2 counters on it. Oh hell yeah! If that spell had mana value 5 or greater, it deals damage equal to the number of counters on it to each opponent. Now see, guys,
This is
good.
a lot better.
This card is good as hell, dude. Oh my god, this card speaks to my soul. Mana value 5 or greater deals damage equal to the number of counters on it. Oh my god, dude. Hardened Scales deck.
So this is like a creature with a very big ability on it here.
Jank,
pretty
that's
sweet.
true. Spine Splitter does continue to grow on subsequent turns, but yeah, I mean, and it does come with natural trample, which is nice. We don't have to give it trample. That's pretty good.
I feel like the card is fine. It just dies to like everything.
It's just a normal creature, basically. It's a
just a
normal pushed 2024 creature. That card in like, 2015, we would have been like, oh my god, we got to play that in every deck.
Yeah.
Herald of Ilarg, I really love. I'm going to be recommending this card. I actually need to make some shorts with these cards because there's some good stuff in here.
Looks pretty sweet.
Another impetus. Oh, the CTBs and Suspects Enchanted Creature. God, they keep putting this in Rakdos stuff, and they made that damn goat precon. Boros, I'm always so frustrated when they cut me out of a color on purpose. Incriminating Impetus. 3-mana enchant creature ETB. Suspect it. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 goated. That's pretty good. I typically end up cutting these Impetus cards and the Vow cards. I do build them into decks, but I always end up cutting them. Lavinia, Foil to Conspiracy, 3-mana, 2/3. Whenever you cast your second spell, Investigate.
Build around.
Wow, I'm actually surprised that Lavinia is not making me hate the fact that I'm playing Magic the Gathering. Kind of refreshing. Typically, Lavinia shows up to fuck up everybody's plans, but here it's just like, yeah, investigate and draw cards, and here's 2 mana that you can use to counterspell stuff, I guess.
I mean, 2 mana to just do stuff during an opponent's turn.
Activate abilities, counter stuff, cast 4 mana spells for 2.
Yeah. I think
Lavinia, not here to ruin everybody.
First thing I would do is I would tutor up Manufactor in that, and then make sure that every time. I mean, it's impossible to not call out Manufactor with.
Especially this when we got Clue tokens rolling everywhere.
Card.
Lonus. New version of Lonus. 3-mana Lonus. 1/2 with Evolve. So if a creature ETBs, its power or toughness is higher than Lonus's power or toughness, it gets a counter. Whenever you drop a counter on it, you investigate. Or whenever you drop any amount of counters on it, when you drop counter or counters, you investigate that many times. Wow. Whenever you sack a clue, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control. This has to be breakable.
Something like Academy Manufactor comes to mind.
I mean, look. Okay, here we go. No, I already got. No, it's put on Lonus. Okay, so we need one more card that says when you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control, put another counter on another creature you control. Something like that, so that Lonus becomes the loop bearer. Whenever a +1/+1 counter is put on Lonus, we investigate. We get Croclan Ironworks to sack our clues at instant speed, so we never have to activate mana. But actually, that would let us sack 1 clue to pay for 1 clue. Regardless, we put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. That other thing that is making this an actual combo triggers. Bing, bang, boom. Aragorn Company Leader, is that it?
What is it? What do you think? Would
whenever one or more counters are put on there we go, baby. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on Aragorn, put 1 of each of those kind of counters on up to 1 other target creature. Lonus gets a counter on it, investigates, we sack the clue, we put a counter on Aragorn, Aragorn gets a counter, puts a counter on Lonus, and we're off to the races. You just know.
Yeah,
when you see a card
Simic
like this,
Ascendancy.
you just know. Oh,
Simic Ascendancy for redundancy.
Oh, 100%. This is not the only card that does this. I knew that there was a ton of options. Just any card that does that is all we need there. Yeah, Lonus got some potential here. Not going to be able to play Aragorn in the 99 of Lonus's deck, but maybe you can get some crazy Bant counter things going. Memory Vampire. That's what I feel like attacked most of my college experience. Like black, a blue, and 4 for a 4/4 flyer. Whenever Memory Vampire deals combat damage to a player, any number of target players may mill that many cards. That's weird. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, any number of target players each mill that many cards. Then you may collect evidence 9, which that means exile cards with total mana value 9. So you can do an 8 and a 1, a 5 and a 4, and so on. Whenever you do, yeah, whenever you do, you may cast target non-land card from defending player's graveyard without paying its mana cost. And you
it's
can
a lightning
mill.
rod, but it's fucking heat.
Yeah, it's kind of an all-in-one. It's like a little all-in-one machine. You're right. It's a lightning rod, but
It's got evasion, so it can get through.
right. Like, what are you putting this in though? Probably vampire. Anything having to do with self-mill res deck. Yeah, I like it because it's its own threat. It synergizes with our stuff, but everything you need is right here on the card.
I think it's fine as just like in a control deck, even if you were just playing like a blue something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all in one. You're gonna want to like have some medium, mana spells in here, 3s and 4s, but it's commander. You're gonna hit those. Yeah, I mean,
I would just have everybody mill. I'd be like, you mill, you mill, you mill.
Well, you have to collect evidence 9 from your own graveyard to my memory. Let me get some reminder text here. Exile cards.
You do.
Yeah, from your graveyard. Yeah. So
got it. Okay.
You're choosing to mill. Other players are choosing or not choosing to mill themselves. It's interesting.
So you collect evidence 9, and then you cast something out of someone else's yard, not your own.
Right.
That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah.
If you get to do that 1 or 2 times, I imagine you're going to get some good value.
Yeah. Mentor 3/2. Target creature that it's attacking that player gains first strength. Yeah, not bad.
More mentor support. That card is fine. Like, most of this stuff is going to be dirt cheap. I'm trying to think of like what stuff is going to be. When Portal Manipulator enters the battlefield during the declare attacker step, choose target player and any number of target attacking creatures their opponents control. Those. Whoa.
This seems busted. I mean, this as just an instant would be pretty good, but you're going to leave behind a body with 2 very relevant creature types.
Wow. This is pretty nutty.
Yeah, bro. This is salt out. This is the salt
During
mines.
the declare attacker's step,
It's
choose
all
target
salt
player
down here, dude.
and any number of target attacking creatures their opponents control.
Oh my god, Mr. Buzzfuzz just gave me fucking nightmares. Oh my god, dude. No. Not like this. Not like this.
It is blinkable. Yeah.
Not like this.
Put that on a Mimic Vat.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Bro, Portal Manipulator sucks.
Yeah. I think what you mean is it's extremely strong.
I just know I'm literally never gonna like this honestly is insulting to me. I don't even want to be around it anymore. So I just know
the fact that it's hybrid?
No, the fact that it's blue and white. I'll never play this card.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't see a black or a red or a green mana symbol in here anywhere. Ugh.
Hometown TCG says this is going to be responsible for more stalemates than any other card in history.
Ugh.
Residence Technician. On the ETB, you may discard a card. If you do, investigate twice.
Okay.
Then you could tap X untapped artifacts you control. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control with mana value X. You may choose new targets for the copy. That is so just so strong.
That's strong. They've balanced it really well. 5 mana is a lot and it doesn't have haste. So,
yeah,
it is very good. Damn. Yeah, you can get some shenanigans going with this.
You could get serious shenanigans going because all you have to do is tap it. There's no mana that goes into tapping it.
You just need clues or power stones or treasure or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
It's
good. Academy Manufactor.
Oh, would Academy Manufactor be good with this card? That can be one of our first merch of the year. Would Academy Manufactor be good here?
I think Academy Manufactor might be up for card of the year.
Scuttling Sentinel. When Scuttling Sentinel...
Crab Elf?
Yeah,
I don't buy it.
When Scuttling Sentinel enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control until end of turn. That creature becomes a blue crab in addition to its other types and gains hexproof.
I don't buy it.
I won't be buying it either. Sludge Titan, nickname in college. Trampling 6/6 for 6. Whenever Sludge Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, you mill 5. Love that.
It's a Carador card.
Bro, that is a strong, chunky
It's a Muldrotha
self-mill.
card.
I love a mill 5.
This is so good.
You can put a creature and or land from among them into your hand. I really like this card. Yo, this is like a super sick, casual plus green-black graveyard card.
I love this card.
Yeah.
It's just like Battle Cruiser all over it,
exactly.
man. It's just...
You get it on the ETB too. Self-mill of 5, y'all.
That's good.
Some of you have never played Reanimator decks, and it shows. Self-mill of 5 makes me... We'll move on. Stampede Surfer, 5 mana, 4/4. Haste. Love haste on a 5 mana thing. Whenever it attacks for each opponent, you create a 2/2 that's tapped and attacking that opponent. This is fantastic.
Yeah, this is so good.
This is really good.
This is so good. It plays so well around Academy Manufacture. No, I'm just kidding. Doubling season.
We could run Academy Manufacture.
Anything that's gonna get you more tokens, and then obviously you play stuff like Impact Tremors and you play stuff like Perforos. This is very fun.
Love it. Love that one. Sumala Rumblers. That's what we almost named the channel. 4 mana, star 4. Sumala Rumblers power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Ugh, I don't like this at all. It doesn't say trample anywhere on this. Myriad.
It's a token card. It's a thing to play alongside your in your Gav Guru of Spores.
It's
token
fair.
deck.
It's fairly cost because you could get that power sick. You could get that power. You could get it
so high. So high.
Super high. Set code for this is CLU. CLU. Suppressor Skyguard. 4 mana, 2/4 flying human knight. Whenever a player attacks you, if that player has another opponent who isn't being attacked, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you. This is hilarious. You can't attack me. Fuck that. I love this.
It's like a propaganda. It's like a propaganda ghostly prison kind of thing. Yeah.
Bro, it's better.
You just play it alongside those cards, and it makes it to where they have to split their forces even more.
You know what?
This is a very annoying card.
You know what is the smallest detail of this card that I'm absolutely in love with? What do you think it is?
The Azorius symbol that they added to make sure that it was Ravnica, not Capenna.
I was going to say it's 4 toughness. I love the fact that it has 4 toughness here and it's not a 2/3. This is a classic 2/3 flyer for 4 with an ability, especially defensive ability, but giving it that 4th toughness here. Chef's kiss. This might make me want to play Azorius. I've been wanting to build a Pillowfort deck. Maybe.
Hey, we are finishing up reviewing the cards that are exclusive to this Clue deck, or this not Clue deck, this Clue Magic the Gathering Clue product.
Whenever a player attacks you, if that player attacking you has another opponent who isn't being attacked, so if you have 3 opponents and I have Suppressor Skyguard, we have a full pod going, I have Suppressor Skyguard, you want to attack. You also have to attack. Yeah, you have 5 dudes. You can send 2 at me, 3 at me. You can send 1 at Ricky and 1 at Tom. And then you're good to go, right? Whenever a player attacks you, if that player has another opponent who isn't being attacked. So that clause will no longer be fulfilled because you will be attacking all opponents.
If I have 1 dude, there's no reason to attack you.
You can't attack
because
me.
Right.
If you have 2 dudes and 3 opponents, you still can't attack me.
Mr. DJ Longhair says, hey, JAJAM question. Are the commanders and the tools guaranteed?
Yes.
I believe so. Yes.
These are the randomized cards that we're looking at now. The non-reprint. These are the unique cards that you can only get in these jump starty packs. Good. Yeah, some of them have power. But these 21 cards here, these 4, these, and this one, they all come in the box. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Which is good because we'll review these last. These I've put a couple of them in upgrade videos. They're good. We're almost at the bottom of these here. That's the Skyguard, which I love this card. This is nuts. This is a good defensive card. Syndicate Heavy, 4 mana, 4/4 with Extort. Love that. Anything with Extort's always good in my opinion. Beginning of each.
It's a giant rogue.
Oh my god! How do you
kind of goes against?
How do you go rogue as a giant? That's funny. At the beginning of each instep, if you gained 4 or more life this turn, investigate. It's good in the right
Oh,
deck.
that would pair nicely with Academy Manufactor.
Oh, do you think we should run Academy Manufactor in this deck?
If Investigate is going to be a theme, we probably want to run it.
Tribune of Rot. That's what we almost named this channel. 3 mana, 3/3 Elf Shaman. Whenever it attacks, you mill 2. For each creature card milled this way, create a 1/1 sap. Love that. You'll get to attack at least one time, Jake.
Fine card.
Undercover Butler.
Undercover Butler.
That was
When it
you
attacks.
wanted a cartoon. You had a cartoon series that you wrote a spec script for, right? Called Undercover Butler.
You give me too much credit. I never started that project.
Whenever
undercover I brought that project up once and I never finished it. Whenever Undercover Butler
you
attacks,
reminded me. You went Undercover Butler, and I remember you singing the theme song as part of your
I have
pitch.
3 lines of text I want to read. Let me read these 3 lines. Whenever Undercover Butler attacks, the player with the most life or tied for the most life can't be blocked this turn.
Worth it.
We got through it.
Unruly Crisis.
That's a fine card. It's a fine card.
3 mana, 4/4 trampling. Shark, Octopus, Lizard.
Yes.
Whenever Unruly Crisis attacks, you may have the base power and toughness of another target creature you control become XX until end of turn, where X is Unruly Crisis's power. And for 5, you get to put 3 counters on it. Pretty sweet for
Would
3
you
mana.
rather fight that or 20 house cats trained to fight as a unit?
Ooh. The cats, do they have any tools or anything? Can they like get in windows or get through doors or like
They are all very good friends. They are all brothers and sisters to each other, and they know how to fight together.
Right. But I'm saying, like, if I can get myself inside of a room, the domestic house cat is gonna have trouble getting through like drywall. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see.
So
I
if,
see.
like,
I see what you're saying.
Can I get inside a room and lock myself?
You're in that gym from the end of the movie The Faculty. Do you remember that? Did you ever see that?
Oh yeah, the pool, the pool area is connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, you're there are doors around, but for the most part you're in kind of like a openish kind of space.
I think I would go for the pool room actually and try and like be underwater as much as I could so I could start drowning them, because cats get way slower underwater.
Cats don't want to go underwater.
Well, yeah, and you can just start grabbing them by the neck. Just grab them by the neck and just start like twisting. Underwater feels like it would be they lose a lot of their like claw speed too. And jumping is basically
they're just kind of like get in the water and they're wet and they're like, well, fuck, why'd I get in the water?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say I'll fight the Unruly Crisis here. I like that we've got the scientists for scale down here. This fight looks doable. Can we talk it out?
Oh shit! I wouldn't have even asked if I had seen the scientists for scale.
Did you think this was like the size of a frog or something? How big did you think it was?
Yeah, because it's a 4/4.
Yeah.
I figured it's an uncommon. It's like, yeah, it's a 4/4. It's something that's completely fair.
No, bro, this Crisis is unruly. You forgot how unruly.
I've seen a cat that's a 4/4 that when it attacks, you create other cats, and it's much smaller than that Crisis.
Look, we've got one more card. It's called Sovereign. 6 mana, 4/4. Whenever Sovereign enters the battlefield or attacks, create a green and white elemental creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. We've seen something like Sovereign before, haven't we?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know if we have, but at first glance, this card looks very strong. You just put it in with any sort of token
Voice
deck
of Resurgence.
It's like Voice of Resurgence.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. What is Voice of Resurgence? Basically this card, right?
1 white, 1 green, and it's just that second clause.
Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, create a green creature token, power, toughness equal number of creatures.
No, it's just the part that's this creature's power and toughness.
Yeah, it's the elemental token. This whenever an opponent casts a spell during your turn or when it dies. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool. Sovereign is pretty sweet.
No, I don't think vernal is a bad word. No.
Jake, if you're gonna say that, please give me a warning so I can beep you, okay?
Sure. I'm going to say vernal.
Hey, Jake, I was way too slow. You've got to give me more warning.
Shit. Vernal.
God damn it.
How was that?
Son of a bitch. Anyway,
okay.
Of these cards, I think that Aegis of the Legion is pretty sweet. Afterlife Insurance is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Carnage Interpreter, pretty sweet. Corporeal Projection, pretty sweet. Demir
That thing has
Strandcatcher.
overload.
Hate that. Demir Strandcatcher. Frenzied Gorespawn. Herald of Ilarg.
Yeah.
Lavinia. Lonus.
Lonus, yeah.
Memory Vampire.
Portal
Manipulator. Sludge Titan. Stampede Surfer. Maybe Resonance Technician. I'd have to play it. It feels slow, but possibly.
Yeah. So what you're saying is there's some good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, over half of the cards here, we're sitting here and going, yeah, I would play this.
Right.
Unruly Crisis, Sovereign, any of those. Those are all pretty strong, and you get all these guaranteed. So Apothecary White is a 4-mana 3/4 Vigi. Human Cleric, whenever you attack, you create a food token for each player being attacked. Oh, nice. You can get 3
that
food
would play
tokens.
really good with Academy Manufactor.
Have you heard of Academy Manufactor, chat? Let me tell you the good news of our Lord and Savior, Academy Manufactor. It works well with food tokens, clue tokens, and treasure tokens.
It's the best card in the game.
This is the literal best card in Magic: The Gathering.
It's a 1/3 for 3.
This is the only card that you need to have in your collection. Your commander deck should have 99 of these, one at the helm, and sit down at your local LGS.
You know, I love this card so much that I just want to brew with it. Is there any way we could get a lot of people to complain that this isn't on MTG Arena, because I want to play it in Timeless?
I think that
I could play it alongside my cat deck, and then every time I sacrifice a cat,
this
I
is
get
more
all of that
powerful
shit
than
instead.
Black Lotus and Ancestral Recall combined. Pretend like you put the Power 9 in a blender. Hello, 3-mana Assembly Worker.
Why is this not on Arena?
Apothecary White isn't Academy Manufacturer, so that's a couple points against it. But whenever you attack, you create a food token for each player. That's how I'm analyzing commanders from now on. And people are going to be like, that can't even be your commander. And I'll be like, you need to shut the fuck up. Whenever you attack, you idiot. Whenever you create a food token for each player being attacked. I love that. Pay a white, tap it, tap X untapped foods you control. Create X 1/1 humans. The humans come running for their food. I like this one, chat. This one's pretty sweet. This is really good in that Sam and Frodo deck, right? Damn.
Who do we know that could get Academy Manufacturer on Arena?
Here, let's just tweet it.
Anthony with the $5 super chat says, but Academy Manufacturer doesn't proc off map tokens. Bad card. No, give him his $5 back. He's wrong. No, actually he's right. That is true, but
all right, hang on. I got to go back and get our Academy Manufacturer.
get him on there.
It'll give everybody a...
Get that Academy Manufacturer on the freaking internet.
Okay. I just asked, who do we know that can get Academy Manufacturer put on Arena?
Thank you. I would just have a lot of fun if it was on there. That's all I'm saying.
Someone go in there and tag Chris Cox. Let's look at Senator Peacock. Artifacts you control.
Senator Peacock. 2 blue, 3 other for 3/4. Legendary creature, human advisor. Artifacts you control are clues in addition to their other types, and have sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, target creature can't be blocked this turn. Okay. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'd be really good with this card. I put this in one of the pre-cons that I upgraded, the Morska Undersea Sleuth. Beginning of your upkeep, investigate.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you sack a clue, put 2 counters or 3 counters on Morska. Like, damn. With this card, whenever you sack a clue, that shit now can't be blocked. Your commander damage on your
just passively,
definitely not a Merfolk commander. Yeah, dude.
This seems like it should just go in there.
Yeah. This like
Jink.
This is the kind of card that I would be looking to pick up probably in the month or 2 after this comes out. Cheap as fuck, $1 or $2 is what I would assume this.
I mean, if there's one in every single thing, right?
That's what I'm saying. You can just buy this straight up. So the price is going to set this price. But in 5 years, when the people are building their clue deck, they're going to be like, damn, we really need Senator Peacock reprinted. What the hell? Because a clue deck wants this so hard. Wants this. Gotta have it. It's like a mastermind
Jink
plum.
with 13 months says Apothecary White's milkshake brings all the boys.
Jake,
And then we have
thank you for
Mastermind
that
Plum.
half a sentence. I appreciate that. You
Yeah, that was a good.
really
I
gave
liked-
me some good brain dissonance with
I
that.
liked. It can go somewhere
now,
with that. We'll
yeah,
see.
now I can't, you know,
We
my
need
brain
an
can't
infinitive
relax.
phrase. Where do we go from there?
Anthony 4, by the way, all hail, Stream Monarch, Anthony F. Crowns in
that's the
chat.
character limit. Okay.
Crowns in chat for Anthony F. All hail the Stream Monarch.
All hail our stream monarch, Anthony F.
Jake, will you read Mastermind Plum while I
Sure.
update our Stream Monarch here?
Okay, so for 1 black and 2 other, we get a 2/2 human wizard, relevant creature types.
Oh, wow.
Whenever
Not really in
Mastermind Plum
black.
attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If an artifact card was exiled this way, create a treasure token. Plays well with Academy Manufactor.
What, this card?
That card. Best card in the game. Whenever you cast a spell, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and you lose 1 life.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
this is such a good commander.
I don't want to be that guy. But
I know you're gonna put it in there. Yeah, it's probably not a good commander. It's probably great in the 99.
Bro,
It's probably just
any
like a little
treasure
bit light.
synergy this is so sick. It's 3
Do you
mana.
run Academy Manufactor in your Dahada deck? Because you should.
That's a good question. Let's go check our Moxfield
'Cause
chat.
You should be doing that.
You should be.
You
go.
should be running Academy Manufactor
Draw
in
current
there.
commanders, Dahada Legends, Reanimator. Dun dun dun.
I don't see
dun.
it.
Nope. It's not
I
a
don't
legend.
see it.
It's not a legend, dude. It's tough to run non-legends in here
It
because
just
look.
is gonna do stuff as soon as it gets there, though.
Yeah, but look, when I search type legend on this deck, look how many creatures it highlights.
What about search type clue? Search type treasure?
I got 3
What
right
says
there.
treasure? What says treasure?
I got 2 right there. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got like 10 hits down here. Let's see if there's any other treasure synergies besides. I mean, the commander's
Doesn't-
enough.
Doesn't Dahada create treasure or
Yeah,
something?
that's what I'm saying. I get up to 4 treasure tokens from Dahada, so I got 3 cards
so
to
you
create
would
treasures.
be getting 4 treasure tokens, 4
clues and 4
clues and 4 food.
I just
That's
that
stupid.
sounds dope, but I also don't have like it's a point where I'm generating a lot of resources for shit that I don't really need. I need this shit into my graveyard. I need my biggest thing. I need Piru into my graveyard. And then I'm gonna, reanimate it for 1 mana.
I think what you're saying is you don't want Academy Manufactor in your treasure Dahada build.
Probably not. Chat, go follow us on Moxfield. All of our deck lists are posted over there always. That includes all of anything you ever see in a video. The deck list is there. Our personal lists organized into nice little folders for you. You see Joel's current commanders, Jake's commanders. He's building for the thing. My Brawl commanders currently. Everything's on there. Did we get a response? Nope. We just got some support. People are coming through. Mastermind Plum, good treasure card, 3 mana legend. I'm putting it in Dahada. 4 mana headliner Scarlet, 3/3 hasty human warlock. When it ETBs, creatures target player controls can't block this turn. That's good. That's very good. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library face down. You can look at and play that card this turn. Pretty good
Thank God it
value.
doesn't have dash. Let's just say that.
Pretty
beginning
good
of your
value. It'd be hard to
upkeep,
dash
exile
in
the
that
top card.
in that dress, dude. Like, be realistic
Yeah.
for 2 seconds.
I mean, if it did have dash, though, what a stupid effect to be on dash, right?
probably wearing heels, it just doesn't look like Scarlet's going to be doing much drafting. Emissary Green.
Green.
You want to read this one?
So 1 green, 4 others. So this one a little bit more expensive. We get a 3/3. And on the attack, starting with you, each player votes for profit or security. You create a number of treasure tokens equal to twice the number of profit votes.
Ooh.
Put a number of 1/1 counters on each creature you control equal to the number of security votes. This plays so well with Academy Manufactor.
Doubling season 2. Ramp
Yeah.
me or grow my attacking line. Your choice. Emissary Green does have to attack, which bums me out. It's not whenever you attack, which lets Emissary Green just chill. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you kind of have to count
Pretty
on
strong.
them just choosing counters every time. So Emissary Green turns into a
Pretty
6/6 on
good.
the attack. if
Yeah.
it doesn't get lightning helixed. Commander Mustard. How'd they get that picture of
Pretty
you as a
good.
baby back there? 5 mana, 5/5, vigilance. Other soldiers you control have vigilance, trample, and haste. 4 mana until end of turn. Soldiers you control gain whenever this player attacks, it deals damage to defending player. It's good in your soldier deck. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. This card, in 6 years, when there's a new awesome, Mardu soldier legend printed, people are going to be like, oh, you got to get that Commander Mustard card. It hasn't been reprinted since CLU.
Yeah, this is a very good card.
Yep.
Yeah.
These
5/5
weapons,
Vigi. It's so strong.
the weapons look pretty underwhelming. They've all got an equip of 2. They can all sack to draw a card, and it gives some color relevant ability on there. Surveil,
The green
tap
one
down.
is equip of 3.
Oh yeah.
They
That
all
can't be
sack to
blocked.
draw. +1/+1 and has whenever this creature attacks, surveil 2. It's kind of cool. Vigi and something that allows you to tap is kind of neat. But no, I don't see any of those being over the top expensive.
Nope. And those are the surveillance.
And then the lands are just okay. They all enter the battlefield tapped, and they do have an ability that works really well with Academy Manufactor.
So Jake, knowing that you
Yeah.
won't get all of the cards except for the 21, including the lands, the equipment, and the characters,
Yeah.
knowing that you will get one random shock land,
Yeah.
of which
We've seen
saw-
those.
Yeah,
They're kind of cool.
these here. Get one of these. I mean, in general, this is a strange product to me. I would rather the decks just be pre-made and it's a 4-player free-for-all experience that way. I'm not a real big fan of the Jumpstart model. They maybe have statistics that say the Jumpstart model is more conducive to new players. Maybe something like that. But in all, I mean, I want the shock lands out of here. I think they look really cool. I dig these. These are pretty sweet. But
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. I don't, Chad is asking, do I think it's worth 65? I am not springing to buy it for 65. I'll just say that. I'm not like feeling like I need to get this.
if this got down into like the 40-50 range, I would maybe be like, yeah. If
I mean,
it
you do
interests
get
rock
one
and roll.
shock land, and it is foil. 1 of 10 possible foil shock lands featuring new art.
Yeah. I think, Jake, overall, Ravnica Clue Edition, I'm a do not buy above like 60. I'm a do not buy above like 55. I want this for $50 max.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at what is included, you get all of those cards that we know we're going to get, which means whenever something has everything included, those are just going to be kind of like a gimme, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the One Ring kind of stands out when you think about like you are buying that bundle and the One Ring is like a minimum $40. I don't know if anything's going to come out of this and be, a standout like that. I could be wrong.
You know what's funny is they've adopted, it's kind of funny, I've never even noticed this. They wrote a guaranteed shock land on the box. They've adopted like a casual player vernacular as the official way of referring to those lands. I didn't,
Shock land.
yeah, I didn't even put that together, that they were just like, fuck it, just call them shock lands. It's like, but people started calling that because it did 2 damage. It was a shock to yourself.
Right.
That's not really like, that's not part of the game. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It's not the name of that land, right?
Who cares? These are shock lands.
Yeah.
That's funny.
These are
to me.
shock lands.
Just realized that they literally wrote shock land right there.
That is a good catch. It's an interesting catch.
Strange things.
I would have to agree with you, Joel. I'm not rushing to buy it,
No.
so I'm not going to recommend anybody feel like they need to be obligated to buy this. It's just another thing that exists.